So I will welcome you all to. Okay, I welcome you all, ladies and gentlemen. You're welcome to this wonderful meeting, and I'll be your moderator for today. My co-moderator is Mr. Isaac Mulongo of Germany, our deputy CEO. I would like to welcome you all. By the grace of God, today we are alive, and we ought to give thanks to God for the ability of being here for this great occasion as we induct and orient our teachers and managers of the CDT group. I would like to welcome everyone. You're welcome. And I also like to acknowledge the presence of the CEO of the CDT group, Mr. Evans Lukomona, and also every member present, all the teachers and managers. At this moment, I would like to make it clear that this is just for the teachers and managers, hoping that everyone that is here is in that caliber, and all the managers and expected team members in the higher office of the CDT group are the ones expected in this meeting. If otherwise, please, you can simply give us way and room. I would like to also notify everyone this is being recorded, so would like you to be aware of the environment that you're in so that we do not have any obstruction whatsoever. So I would like to call upon running late is my co-moderator, the deputy CEO, but he'll be joining us in a few minutes. And then at this wonderful moment, I would like to call upon Mr. Mtale Alex, our Deputy Director for Education Business Management in Zambia, to just come through and help us with an opening prayer so we can commit this wonderful and bright moment as we're making history into the hands of the Lord, to thank him and also to acknowledge his presence right now, because it wouldn't have been possible without his great guidance and mercy upon us. And we are dealing with a great multitude of the people that were among and those that are closest to his heart, that he holds dear. So as we continue to do so for the needy and the vulnerable, we ought to remember that the CDT group is founded on the faith that we have in God, and we are grateful for this far that we have come. And we don't take the opportunity that we have lightly. And so I call upon you, Mr. Mutale Alex, please, you can come through.
Thank you so much. Welcome, everyone. Let us put ourselves in the God's hands so that whatever we do may be blessed and be of God's guidance. Let us pray. Father, Almighty God, creator of heaven and earth, Lord, you know what we are here for. Lord, give us the strength and give us the sense of knowing what we are supposed to do here. Send your Holy Spirit to guide us in whatever we shall be doing. Lord, help us to impart and knowledge in all people we are called to do. Lord, there is nothing we can do about without you. You are there to help us in every way and every need we require. Lord, let us all be one and let us speak what is required of us to speak. And Lord, strengthen us and give us all that it takes for us to continue and helping the vulnerable. Ask all this through Christ our Lord. Amen.
Amen. Amen. We're grateful, and thank you very much, sir. Because we have already got into our time and running late a little, but all is well. We have everything under control. I would like to acknowledge the presence of those in the diaspora. I would like to welcome Madam Elizabeth, that mayor. You're welcome. We acknowledge your presence. Nice smile, so wonderful. You're welcome. I would like to welcome my Copper Belt colleagues, the Mama Shikamoneka team. You people are always fabulous. Thank you so much for coming. And every district, every province represented, I take it that everyone here knows the purpose that which I here for. And I also acknowledge the presence of every teacher and manager. Thank you very much. Running late is the Deputy CEO, Germany, because of issues with weather. And so we'll pardon him as he's supposed to take up the first 30 minutes of the meeting concerning a few things that he had to bring to the floor. So at this wonderful moment, I would like to call upon still Mr. Mutale Alex, Deputy Director for Education and Business Management, Zambia, for the next 15 minutes just to come through and deliberate on what he has for all the managers and the teachers present.
Thank you so much and welcome everyone. Welcome our Chief Executive Officer, the SG, and Mr. Kaluva, the Director of Education. I've got about 5 points to share with you. And as we go into business, you know, people are supposed to know what they're supposed to have and what they are supposed to do. So the first one is the contracts. I know everyone here is eager and looking forward to ensure that contracts are signed. Yes, HQ is doing everything possible to ensure that you are given your contracts, especially those who haven't got contracts. We are going to give you contracts very soon. So just keep your fingers crossed. Everything is being done accordingly. The second point is that teaching and management rates on the contracts will be unveiled so that each and everyone should know what he's supposed to get at the end of his work, because everyone who works is supposed to be paid. We are not doing this as charity, but something will be given to you. And that something has to be given to you according to the hours you're going to do. So that comes to the third point, that you're supposed to be keeping your daily record of whatever you are doing and the hours you are putting in. You're supposed to make sure that you record that, and you ensure that you liaise with your manager so that you have both records and you keep them safely, so that when there is need to refer to them, they are available. So ensure your records are kept nicely. As teachers, I know for sure that you are good at record keeping. So ensure that even these, as a CDT, we require you to keep these records. And it's very, very important that this record are kept. And I'm sure after a moment, it will be shared to you so that you know how this record will be like. Because we have to have a common record for everyone, so that we don't have any dispute whatsoever. So records are supposed to be kept nicely, and they are very, very important for you. Even the records for your teaching are supposed to be kept nicely, because one day maybe the HQ may require them to look through or peruse through. Then I think the last point is about salaries. Salaries will be paid based on accumulation of hours in that particular month. That's why you're supposed to keep these records, because at the end of the TO, you're supposed to provide the information of what you've done in that month. And managers in various provinces or districts will ensure that this is done and done properly. And if that is not given to you, I'm sure the contract will make sure that it's in the contract, and you're supposed to make sure that you read it carefully before signing it, because we don't want anybody to come back and say, no, I didn't see this. In Zambia, we have that culture of not reading. So let's start reading now, because it's quite important that we read. And whatever information is posted, ensure that you read it. If you don't understand it, please consult your various managers. They are valuable to make sure that you get the right information, so that we move together and we don't have any problems. So those are a few points I wanted to make to you, and I'm sure more will come as we go, because it's just a start. And it's quite important that almost everyone of you we interviewed is here and is listening to what we are saying, and more will be in written. You know, written records are very, very important than the spoken ones, because you can refer to them at a certain time when need arises. So ensure that you keep these contracts, if you are given, properly, and go through them carefully, and ensure that you understand what is written in these records. Thank you so much. And I welcome you again to CDT. We are a very friendly family, and we'll make sure that you enjoy to work with us. Thank you so much. God bless.
Thank you so much, That's Mr. Alex Mtale, our Deputy Director on Education Business Management in our country, Zambia. We are grateful for the powerful encouragement that was given to those that we have selected. You've come a long way. We appreciate your effort and what you have deliberated on. Right now, what will be waiting on you is to see you perform, because we are really into what you are bringing to the table. Okay, can I get, oh, okay, all right. Can we all mute our mics? Thank you. Okay, this is a very important duty that you're going to play. It's not just about you. It's not just about people that you know of, but you're actually coming in and answering somebody's prayer. This is somebody who's needy, who's vulnerable. Yes, we're going to have others come in, but those are priority, and we expect you to deliver according to the standard of the CDT group and without fail. So when we talk about the salaries, as earlier stipulated by Mr. Alex Mtale, we are really, really expecting you to bring your A game as we pay you right, as we make sure that you are catered for. The CDT group will manage you well. We are not going to derail on any promise that is here. So we'd like you to come through as you are expected. And regarding if need be for any communication, any questioning, any inquiry, please feel free to come to my office. DM, if you have to, send a mail so that you are clear, and from the word go, we are on the same page. Okay, so this meeting is actually going on for 4 days, and would like you to be in attendance. We'll have up to the 24th, in which we are going to have some of our projects presented to you. And the mic muted for the individual who's getting feedback. Please, when you come through, make sure your mic is muted. If you're not holding the floor, make sure your mic is muted so that we don't get feedback. Okay, looking at our time, and we continue on a road trip of today. I'll be calling on Mr. Kaluba Francis. This is our Director for Education and Disciplinary Committee. This is the man we go to when you run out of what exactly you're supposed to do. In not in agreement with or the stipulated work that is expected of you, what is written in the contracts, if you go against any regulation of the CDT group, by any chance, God forbid, the needy are not catered for, because that's what you are here for. You'll be visiting his office. It's not always pretty, but it's necessary. So for this reason, and at this wonderful moment, I would like to call on our Director for Education and Disciplinary Committee, Mr. Kaluba Francis. Are you there, sir? Are you there, sir?
Good evening, everyone. Good evening. I'm here.
Good evening. How are you, sir?
Good evening.
Yes.
Hello, good evening, SG. Hello.
Mr. Kaluba,
Yeah,
Mr. Kaluba, just go ahead. Because we
now?
have muted the microphones. Microphones are muted.
Hello?
To avoid the noise. Just go ahead. We can hear you, sir.
You are muted, SG. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you so much. Let me go. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Let's just take this to recognize our CEO, Mr. Ruben, in absentia, the Deputy CEO, Mr. Munga, and the SG Secretary General, is Mponda. Let me just say, protocol observed. My name is Mr. Francis, the Director of Education and Disciplinary Committee at continental level. I've got
Okay, it seems we're having a connection problem with Mr. Kaluba. Please get back to us as soon as your network stabilizes. We're having difficulties here, but I've managed to get into a location that is better for my connection. So I hope he finds a right connection as well. I'm hoping I can hear from him right now. It's coming through. So, and at the time being, as we are going with our time and making sure that we're in time and on time, I would say, so that we are on the safe side. I would like to call upon the International Programs Director, our IPD. Mr. Lungu, are you there, sir? Mr. George Lungu, are you there? Okay. Okay, let me, okay.
Mr.
Mr. George, are you there, sir?
Is Mr. George there?
back.
Mr. Kaluba, probably, sir, you can remove your video. Make it much better.
Madam SG, I'm here.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
We're only having an issue with your connection of your network connection. Otherwise, we acknowledge your presence, sir.
Madam Charity.
Yes, sir.
Could you let him just make a call? You can present on WhatsApp. I think it's going to be much better because.
Okay.
Yes, thank you so much.
You can make a call, sir.
Through
Is
WhatsApp,
that okay?
yeah, for sure. Probably he can call me, then I'm going to put it here. Let me call him.
Okay, let me. Yes, please, sir. So even with our issues of network, we endeavor to be utmost with a level of excellence and our best so that this is not a hindrance to the meeting proceedings. So as Mr. Kaluwa comes through, he's going to talk about the punctuality and the consequences of non-punctuality in our organization, the CDD. Advance, okay, we expect you to come through. If you are not okay, if you're not in good shape, you let us know in good time. Is going to also bring out our view and our vision when it comes to how we expect you to be in meetings and as you attend. Okay, and then also on the channels you pursue when you're laying a complaint or anything that might come to mind. As you are a Freemason in the CDT group, we expect you to be expressive and know who you are and what your rights are in this organization. It's not just about us as the head office or so, but we are all about who we are working with, because if we work well with you, you deliver well, and the needy and the vulnerable shall not suffer any more than they have. So we acknowledge your importance. Even to this, there's need for regulation and balance, and consequences obviously have repercussions. So we are one organization that recognizes that. So on our first day, Mr. Francis Kaluwa will handle this part. And
Okay.
then as we are
Madam Charity, sorry to disturb you.
Yes,
Mr. Kaluwa is through on WhatsApp.
Yes.
He's gonna address us on WhatsApp.
Yes. No problem. You can go ahead.
Continue, sir. Mr. Kaluwa, we waiting for you. You through on WhatsApp?
Issues I've got with me so that we see how best we can move together. One thing I'll talk about is punctuality and the consequences of non-punctual. As the students or as the workers of NGO, our NGO, which is a EV, we are supposed to be people who are disciplined. Punctuality is the most cardinal thing which we expect every individual in this program to be. Consequences which can follow you, action can be taken against you. That in case you really offend us, then we have no option but to part ways with you. But actually, I would rather say let's observe this idea of being punctual at work every time you are called to do anything. Two, advance announcements. You are supposed to announce to the management or the directors in your respective areas that you got a commitment maybe in 2-3 days time so that you will never miss the classes. You have to get someone to accent that, okay, you must go ahead and miss that class so that that void which you left there, you leave there, may be filled up by someone else so that management can find a replacement so that you can come and take your position at a later stage. As a teacher, you must always be a good shining example. Always be in the forefront to lead by example. The third one is attending meetings. What is a meeting? A meeting is kind of a statement whereby people come together with a common goal so that they view the meeting and get the proceedings of that meeting, which gives communication to people. They deliberate on issues which affect the organization. They tell the people what they want them to follow. That's why the meeting is called. So when you are called upon to attend a meeting, you shouldn't miss that meeting because that is where communication is done. You will be communicated to, or maybe someone who has called the meeting, he wants to maybe to give a direction to an issue which is pending, which needs clarification. If you miss that meeting, then you no one to blame that you had missed that meeting. The third one is the channels of issue complaints, not through the students, but through designated managers. As a teacher, you must know, students are not your friends, although we are working with them. You cannot get something which is up there and bring it through the student to as a channel back to your supervisors. No, then you've got managers who are your immediate supervisors. You go through that channel of supervisors, tell them, then if they can't meet your deliberation or answer that one, then you can escalate that one to a higher level where that issue you've got can be sorted out rather than going through students. We shouldn't do that. It's not a good idea when we're in an organization site like our organization. This is what I had for you so much. So thank you so much. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. Good evening.
Thank you, Mr. Francis Kalova. Thank you so much, sir.
That was Mr. Francis Kaluba, our Director of Education and Disciplinary Committee. He came in with a lot of emphasis on the students' relation with you as a manager and as a teacher, as a lecturer. We're expectant that you have utmost professionalism exercised in our organization. We expect you to be at liberty even when it comes to having to lay out your complaints, as earlier stated. Your contribution, your suggestions when needed, please come through without fail, because we acknowledge that you are important as well, and that your view and your opinion is important as well. So that was Mr. Kaluba for the Disciplinary Committee and Director of Education, and yes, the Disciplinary Committee. So at this wonderful moment, I'm looking at Mr. George Lungu, our IPD. Mr. George Lungu, are you there, sir? I'm hoping that he gets connected soon. He's in line with the mode of communication. He's going to come through and bring to light the mode of communication between teachers, managers, and students. Your relationship really brings out our face as an organization. You are no longer you alone, but in consideration of the fact that you are a member of the CGT group and you are a representative as an individual. Even where you are in society, in the public eye, in your homes, you are a representative. So your mode of communication, or how you lay out the information that is given to you, whether on a teacher to teacher, manager to manager, and manager to student, you should be able to relate, know what information to pass on to the students, know how to sieve what information is needed or what is due to them at whatever time given. You cannot leak out information, because there are moments that we have will come across examinations. Our examinations are not prepared in Zambia. They are all Germany based with the support of our partner universities. So we expect you to have discretion and also make sure that no leakage whatsoever of this information is given to the students prior to their examination date and day. We also expect you to have utmost discretion without fail, because if anything of that nature comes about, we are free, and I repeat, we are free to change the papers until when it is due for them to come and write, because we are an organization with a lot of transparency, and also we want to bring to the society of Zambia and any other country the right people, the right mindsets, and the right students in the communities and the world at large, because we will not just impact our areas, our countries, but we also impact different lives across the world. So on the direct communication to the HQ office, this is not allowed, okay? Because I'm having difficulties to connect with Mr. George Lungu, our IPD. I think I'll just chip in for the meantime, unless otherwise he comes through and just brings in the information needed if there is need for more after I am through. So there is no direct communication with the HQ office. This means you are not allowed to until you are cleared with the Zambian office. Our HQ is in Pika, as it is known to all, and then my office communicates to the HQ. So once your complaint is laid and everything is in order, you've used the right channel of communication, it can reach the HQ office. Without that, without being cleared, here within Zambia, you are not expected to have whatsoever form of communication to the HQ office. I hope this is clear. We have a channel of communication from the directors to the managers to the students. So we expect you to follow suit and not otherwise. This goes with communicating even to our international. In as much as we are all for the idea that we help the needy, we are there. There should be protocol, procedure, and we do follow this with keen interest. We do not take it lightly that we're dealing with lives. We are dealing with people who can connect us to the next level of their lives as well, to better their background. You know, there are people coming from different backgrounds and having different perceptions of life. But with this opportunity, we have protocol, and we do not take it lightly. If you are going to leave the Zambian office without permission, without being cleared, then we find you communicating with the HQ office in Germany. We do not take it lightly, whether your intention is good or not. We expect you to follow protocol because that's how order is. There's order in this organization, and we expect you to follow suit. We have utmost importance of international student ambassadors. These are the rapport that they create, the rapport between the international audience, so that we have right connections. And the students are connected. Say, if we have our own in our country, we expect, and they are important in the sense that they are voices of the students. They are the ambassadors. So we also acknowledge their authority, and we do not run over them, but we embrace them, and also acknowledge that the students also have a voice. So if you underperform, it will not just be me or maybe the chairperson or anyone that you think is higher than you that might know that information. Even the students are given the right to speak out. These are needy, they are vulnerable, even infringed are their rights prior to this moment. So here we give them liberty to open up, to speak to us, and also have their own representatives. So because of the protocol that we have as an organization, we also have their own way of how they communicate to us. Before they get to HQ, these ambassadors have to represent them. They are the ones who are going to speak for them, even in other countries as well. So this is about the IPD office for now, until further notice. It's unfortunate that Mr. George Lungu could not connect in good time, but for the meantime, unless otherwise there's need for addition, this is what we have got from the IPD office Zambia. This is the International Programs Director, who is Mr. George Lungu. Please be mindful of their names, their positions. This is very cardinal because you will need it when you're following protocol. Whom do you go for when you need someone to help you exculpate yourself on something that you feel like was not right? You obviously see Mr. Kaluva and the disciplinary committee. And then if there's anything concerning your salary, your contract, or even records of work are really important because that's how we know how you work. Please, the Deputy Director, Education Business Management in Zambia is Mr. Alex Mutale. We expect you to be in their offices, and they're here. And we are all here. Even I am here as the Secretary General for the CDT group because you are existing. My office does not function without you. So please come through as long as you know what you're doing, what you're here for, why you want me to come through, or how you want me to relate what it is that you feel should be added to the group the CDT group, or embraced, or even taken care of in a way that you analyzed and said this could not be work well for us in the long run, or within reach, we'll need to change it. We are humans, we're all prone to error, but even that is not an excuse. Thank you so much. Right now, I'd like to just check through if our Deputy CEO is in. I'm just going to roll call. Pardon me. Okay. 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 So for the meantime, we still don't have him in our platform right now.
Let me try
due
to
to
click
the
on it.
same that I talked about, where that. All right, I'll check on him. But for the meantime, please let us be a little patient because of the weather. The weather is not good at the moment in Germany. It's causing the delay, but we hope to see him soon. So, sir, I would like you to take the floor. I'm leaving the floor to our CEO, the founder and executive officer of CDT Group, Mr. Evans Lukomona. He will come, and surely you are congratulated at this moment. Sir, I'm calling upon you to take the floor as I handle the deputy CEOs.
Okay. Thank you so much, SG, the Secretary General, Charity Muponda, for that great moderation so far and presentation. I appreciate. Well done. And as well, I'd love to welcome all the participants, the teachers or the lecturers or the tutors and the managers that are going to be managing or already managing the CDT group on the Zambian soils for the just cause that we have brought to Zambia, that is mass education. And as you know, we are targeting an average of 20,000 learners per province of Zambia. In the case you've never been to Zambia, in the case of Mrs. Atmaya, Zambia's got 10 provinces. And we told our government to say, we are ready to come and uplift the needy and the vulnerable, those who couldn't go to school or to university or to college due to the lack of the school fees, or because their parents couldn't meet or their guardians. Then we came in because our principles are founded on the German system that we came to discover right here some good 14 years ago. And we said, if Deutschland could do it, could look after its populace or its people, regardless of your status in society, rich, middle class, grassroots, you can and you should go to school without failure. Our setup in Zambia has always been those who can access education at any level are those whose parents or guardians have got a good income. Because in Zambia, for instance, there are universities and colleges that are asking for so much money per semester of 6 months, higher as even $1,000 or 900 euros, 1,500 euros, and so on. And if you change that currency to the Zambian system, you are simply telling certain families that your children or yourself will never get educated. And that has been beating up through the years my heart as the founding member of CDT Group to say, how are we going to alleviate such kind of a problem in Zambia? And not only Zambia, Africa at large, it's just the same. What happens in Zambia happens in Zimbabwe, Kenya, Congo, everywhere, where the rich have to survive, the poor, though I don't like using that word, the less privileged. They just have to run up and down, wake up without knowing what's going to come. Am I going to send my children to school? And you can imagine a family that has got a child or children, as in Zambia, you know, only things have changed recently. We are born in numbers. Myself, we are born 9. Thank God to my father that time. He was a seasoned businessman. He could manage to send us all to school, 9 children. And later on, when my father lost everything, his wealth and stuff, I saw how we suffered. He had to tell some of the children, you and you and you and you, no more school. I can't manage. Only you and you could manage. So I grew up with that one and said at one point in time, I'm going to do something back to my country so that people should not go through what I have gone through with my family. And fast forward decades coming to Germany here, I discovered Germany as really a great country with great policies to look after its people. It's not a question of being a developed country. No, it's a question of decision making by people in authority. As long as you cannot love to see your child, if you are there in authority, to be seated home without going to school, therefore that heart has to transcend down even to those people that you see and lead. And that's why we are so thankful and we are so happy as CDT Group to receive a new Dawn government whose president, HH or Hakainde Hichilema, proclaimed free education from preschool to class 12. I said, wow, this is quite great, because since inception, ours has been free education from tertiary or higher level, from college to university. So it is quite a great blending. And now, looking at here, the first point about the DLI Germany Africa Success Roadmap. This is a preparation that we did when I discovered, let me say this, when I discovered that Germany is a country that we could do stuff together for Zambia and Africa. I personally wrote to the president of Germany, and his office responded in affirmative to partner on what we called that time the DLI Germany Africa Success Roadmap, because we said that the policies of Germany as a country befit to develop Africa as compared to other developed countries or nations that have partnered with Africa. For instance, Zambia, as you all know here, probably except Mrs. Altmaier, we were colonized by the British, who gave us the independence in 1964. 1964 to date, there are so many decades that have passed, but all of you here that are based in Zambia, nobody would be able to write something down to say, this is what the British have done in terms of benefits when it comes to education, be it primary education, middle education, or tertiary education. I remember when I visited about 30 universities in United Kingdom in 2001. This was my message. I said, come on, you guys, we're supposed to be partners. We are a member of the Commonwealth. You have to bring back home affordable diplomas, degrees, and stuff. And I was given, of course, a deaf ear because I didn't go to England that time to proclaim this message with the blessings of the then MMD government, but I had to do it. The very few universities that I partnered with, they tried to do what they could. But as you know, the Western world wants something monetized at hand to say, you've got the blessings of the government, then we can go on. So from that period of time, MMD governments changed. It was so hard, but I kept the vision until I find a country which is going to give back to Zambia. The British, they have said, hands off, because no Zambian can go to United Kingdom or Great Britain for further studies unless you've got in your bag more than 200,000 pounds. 200,000 pounds is about $250,000. What are you saying? You are simply telling that boy, that girl, forget about our country. You cannot further study here. You can do nothing because you've got not that money. That's why you saw, or you've been seeing, only the wealthy and the ministers are able to fulfill that. But CDT Group, which is Central Hamburg University, the Best Learning Institute, and Tukatani NGO, I kept saying no. I kept moving from one place to the other until the solution was found. Like I've always said, en route, I came to Germany here when California was calling me to settle there. The United Kingdom was calling me to settle there. But I didn't have that, impetus to, because I knew these countries. I knew if I settled there, I wasn't going to be able to lead an organization to give back to my countries and in Africa. And hence the intersection of Germany. And that's why we are here. So, since that time, we have brought people that have come to study in Germany here at no money. All they had to do is just to buy a one-way ticket and to prove that they are able to integrate and they are able to add value to this country, which couldn't be done anywhere. And this is a country, Germany, which is not only looking at its own native people. No, you Zambian, you are treated the same way. You Ghanaian, you Kenyan, and stuff. I said, come on, this is our country. I'm going to go and knock on the president's door. And he opened. So this Germany-Africa success roadmap, and we told them, I was so open when I even spoke at the Hamburg Rathaus of Parliament. I said, look, China is gripping Africa like nobody's business. Everything is going because you great countries like Germany, you are in the background, you are so quiet. Therefore, give me the microphone. We are going to blow the microphone about Germany in Zambia and Africa, and this is what we are doing. So this partnership is not only between Zambia and Germany, between Germany, Kenya, Zimbabwe. We are so far in more than 9 countries. And all these countries where we spoke about Germany, they had to open their mouths. They didn't know much about Germany. So what are we saying? For instance, I always mention this. China has done this to Africa and Zambia in particular, which is being dubbed as trying to reach out to being another province of China, but we say no. And we told them, we don't want to have partners who are going to grab from Africa or Zambia. Any German company that I've known, even when I lived in Zambia, any German firm that operated on the soils of Zambia or South Africa or Botswana or Malawi, with the little travel that I did in Africa, that company observed and respected the labor laws, the rules of the government. If that government says the minimum wage is 200 euros, the German company is going to give 200 euros or even more to motivate the workers. If they say it's 1,000 euros, it's going to do that. But then come another country, China. I remember very well. You all remember what happened in Kalurushi or Chingola, where they bought the mines are just giving people 50 euros, yet somebody was getting 400 euros. 50 euros is our salary and stuff. But people looked, never spoke. That's why we said, no, we need a stronger partner in the name of Germany. One, education-wise, social aspect, and international trade. That's why our organization is not only about education, aspect academics, as well getting involved in the politics of international trade, using Germany as the main anchor to such a success. And we are so happy, ladies and gentlemen, that today, through that fight, a good fight, of course, we are recognized by the Zambian government. We are recognized by the German government. We are recognized by the German embassy of Botschaft in Lusaka. We are recognized by the Zambian embassy in Berlin. We are recognized even by the Bundestag. Bundestag is the parliament of Germany, the strongest parliament in the European Union. And like I said, recognized by the presidency of Germany. So now, ladies and gentlemen, managers out there and teachers, what else do you want? What other recognition are we waiting for? Nothing. The only thing we have to deliver. If you are a manager, let's work hard and show all these partners I've spoken about. Let them know to say, wow, as German, a country we do not regret to recognize DLI, Twikatane, CHU, because they are delivering. Even the teachers, they are teaching well. We are not receiving complaints. Remember, when things are not moving well, people pick calls or phones, they call the embassy of Germany. What about this? What about that? What about that? We went through such kind of screening, okay, such kind of screening. And for Mrs. Altmaier here can tell you, to associate yourself with Germany, it's not that easy. Germany is one of the strongest countries I've ever seen, fighting corruption, being straightforward. If there's something looming, wanting, you can deal with Germany. We made sure we led still living a good life here, a clean life, so that we can fulfill our agenda. That's why even those people who are coming, who want to partner with us, like NGOs in Zambia, we are not just telling them to say, come we partner. We are giving them questions. Bring a police report, bring that and that to ensure that you have got clean hands, because if you come with dirty hands in our organization, we are also doomed. We don't want to have that. We are dealing with a great country. I know things you can go scot-free with, dealing with the Americans, the French, the Spaniards, and stuff, but not Germany. Therefore, let us strengthen the Germany Africa success roadmap. That's why we brought in all these programs that I want to be talking about, and I'm proud as leader of our organization to be associated with Germany. Number 2, list of programs to teach and manage. We've got the University Foundation, UFC. As you know, Zambia produces school leavers with O levels or ordinary levels that is not even equivalent to A levels or the courses to take you to university. All right. So because of that deficiency, we are saying a school leaver with the O levels certificate, first we drill you with the UFC, which is an equivalent of first year university. Okay. And in the UFC, we have got various subjects. For instance, we've got the science stream, the science and technology stream, STS, yes, science and technology stream, mathematics, physics, chemistry, biology, information technology, and German language. The beauty is that in any program that you are taking here or you are going to teach, because we're dealing with teachers here and managers, German language is compulsory because we're dealing with Deutschland. We don't want you to, get lost when you come here on your exchange program, for instance. You gotta speak some Guten Morgen, Guten Tag. Ich heiße Mamachi Kamunika, ich heiße Charity Paul and support. This is one way of integrating together with a great country we partnered with. Then under UFCC, we've got the other stream, that is the business, arts, humanities, those who don't want to be scientists in terms of progression. That's why we've got economics, business studies, sociology, psychology, German language as well, information technology. And the combination goes according to what somebody's going to specialize. Quite important. That's the UFC. And one to progress to the second year, after doing the UFC, has to pass accordingly. And the marks, allocations, and the passing marks are there. So that brings somebody now to the undergraduate. Now take note, it is not a must that your student who has just attended 12 months, okay, of UFC automatically qualifies. No, that's the message which we've given the students and they know it. So it is incumbent upon the managers and the teachers to make sure that these students are following the timetables in terms of learning. And we've got the undergraduate now specialty for those who have passed the UFC, they proceed on to the second year and now defined to undergraduate or bachelor's study. Then we've got also the master's programs for higher students in various programs. They can be found on our website. And we've got the skills vocational courses because we are taking across board those who never got good results in school or never went far in school. They don't have certificates to go to college. We are saying, welcome to the skills programs, tailoring, knitting, embroidery, and so on and so forth. Also, we've got the ASAP, ASAP, very, very important program amongst, I call it the most important program amongst all the programs that we have. Agriculture and entrepreneurship, ASAP in expansion, that is the African soils against poverty. This is a program. And one night I was there trying to fathom, why should we have so much hunger in Zambia, in Africa, when we've got too much land, too much free land? We haven't utilized it. In Germany here, I ran away from food. There's too much food accessible. In Zambia, I used to chase food. Germany is 3 times smaller as Zambia, for example. And Germany has got 81, 82, 83 million population. Yet Zambia, a bigger country, 3 times as much as big as Germany, has got only 18 today million people. And a lot of people are living on 1 square meal, 1 meal per day, like the testimonies we got last time. People say we eat only on 16 hours, to wait for another 16 hours tomorrow. It can't work out like that. We have to make use of ASAP, ASAP, and we have to go deep agriculture. That's why this is a project we've approached so many embassies, African embassies in Delhi, to say, let's partner and go back to the soils so that hunger, should it be a problem. When I came to Zambia, I still remember, I was so shocked finding people lining up buying cabbage. Cabbage, tomato is luxury. Carrots and stuff, all these things, we used to have them during our time, just in the backyard or in our garden. This is where we're getting back to, but at an advanced level. So it is quite a serious program. Even teachers and managers who are involved in a sub program take it with seriousness. This is about, you can become an accountant, a doctor, medical doctor and stuff, but if your stomach is empty constantly, that's a problem. That's why we're carrying along the ASAP, the African Source Against Poverty. We just have to study duration and methods. Of course, this depends on the program. Like I said, the UFC, 12 months, the program is done. Method of our learning is going to be on campus. We've got in all the 10 provinces, centers, especially mostly high schools, where we were given by the then Ministry of Education Minister. That was in 2019, when we thought we were going to be, allowed to easily operate in Zambia, in all the 10 provinces. So our students are going to flock to those centers and access the premises. Only subjects that are going to be taught online, for instance, from Germany. That's why you are seeing Mrs. Elizabeth Atmaya. She can be coming every day to teach in Zambia German language and flying back. So she's going to be teaching the students. She's one of the new teachers, by the way, and going to be teaching online. And now, when her subject comes, okay, and probably others who are going to be teaching some modules from Germany or from England, partners, those are the ones now students are going to access online. Okay, for instance, Mr. Banda is on the ground, he's in class teaching from 8 o'clock to 10 o'clock. He finishes his biology course. Then he says, next course is business studies. The lecturer is joining you from Germany. He connects the beamer and the system so that that lecturer can link to your class. He says, okay, in the afternoon, you've got German language coming from this time to that time. He connects Mrs. Altmaier. So this is combined on the ground physically and online interactive. That's why we define it contact learning. Okay. Duration for undergraduate depends. If you're doing the arts, humanities, normally it is, if you've got A levels already, it is 3 years. Now it's going to be 4 years. 1 year UFC plus 3 years specialization. So in exam or in total, 4 years. But those that are doing engineering courses, for instance, it's going to be plus, excuse me, another 6 months. So, engineering courses are longer in nature. So 4 years or 4.5. Medical courses, as you know, stretches to 6.5 years. Master's programs equally. Master's humanities, arts, economics, and then 1.5 years. If there's engineering master's program, that is 2 years down the line. So this is how the duration is going to be. Then for the skills and vocational, they range according to the depth of that course. They range from 6 months to 1 year. Like agriculture and entrepreneurship, it falls under the vocational training, so it's 1 year. Then others are going to be 6 months. The practical aspect, yes, the practical aspect, starting with the UFC. UFC, you've got practical subjects, for instance, where you're supposed to go to the lab, chemistry, biology, and physics. These 3 courses at first year or UFC, we do not do practicals. Instead, students, they learn under each subject what is called alternative to practicals, meaning practicals in theory. So much that at the end of the year, there's going to be an extra paper where they're going to write, it's called alternative to practicals physics, alternative to practicals chemistry, alternative to practicals biology. Okay, so then they're going to start the actual practicals in the second year when they start specialization. So that's how the practicals are taken. Equally in the skills and vocational, it's just the same way. We start with the theories, then later on, when you reach a certain point in learning, we get down to the practical aspect. For instance, an example of agriculture and entrepreneurship, 12 months. First, excuse me, first 9 months, theories, 10th month, practical, 11 practicals, 12 practicals. They finish, they do the reports, and they write now their fully final exam, onto which that report is part of the assessment. Examinations and awarding institutions. So one, the exams is going to be, I think I'm going to combine teachers' participation in the above. These exams are dual. There's exams which we would call mock examinations or 9 final exams. Mock exams or 9 actual final exams, the teachers, you lecturers there, you are going to partake in preparing some questions to set up the mock exams, to test them if they are ready now to do the actual exams. And these exams are going to, so the mocks are prepared by the lecturers out there, and the final exam or exams are prepared from Germany. Like Madam Charity Bonda, I like what she mentioned when she, I think, talked about transparency and communication. Sometimes, okay, leakages is one of the cause in certain countries to have the papers given to students, sold to students before the final exams. That's really cheating. And we will work on mutual trust where, for instance, the examinations, if they are sent by DHL from Germany to you, make sure you are opening them in front of the students and they see, they sign opened by invigilator ABCD, and to students they endorse. We witnessed the box or the carton was not broken. This is what we want to see. If the exams are going to be sent to you, what is it called? Online, we make sure you print them a day before the exam. We witness the printing of the exams. You put your camera on, like you are, you say now, you open email, we are checking your printing, even when you are sealing them, packaging them for tomorrow's exam, we are checking, you seal, you sign, sealed. Even when opening on the actual exam date, we have to witness. Why? We don't want the cheating system, because cheating spoils the student. The student who passed because of cheating is not going to work in industry. Okay, and if he fails or she fails to work in industry, the finger is going to be on us. You produce poor students, or what is it called? Non-prepared students. Yes. Yet you did well as teachers. So we are quite strict on that one. Okay, I am back. My fingers were very far away.
Noted, sir.
Sure, pretty good. Okay, sorry, 1 second. I think that's Mr. Isaac. Mr. Isaac says, no, please, my part, I'm going to present it myself. Nobody should present on my behalf, which is quite a great thing. So that's how we are going to work when it comes to examinations and awarding. Awarding institutions, they differ. For instance, skills programs, like later I'm going to share the certificates. For instance, the skills programs, tailoring, knitting, and so on, those are awarded by Trikatane NGO and the Diverse Learning Institute. The UFC, University Foundation programs, they are awarded by the Diverse Learning Institute, CHU, and partners. Then master's programs as well, awarded by CHU, DLI, and partners. ASAP, agriculture and entrepreneurship. Okay, it's too much vocational as well. CHUDLI. I'm going to share the sample certificates here. Then projects connectivity, like we have said, and especially those that attended the very initial, what did we call it? The coaching conference for managers. These programs are highly connected to no any other country as Germany, Deutschland. That's why in your program, whatever you're studying, you're doing it as whether it's a project and stuff. Ladies and gentlemen, you've got to learn some German as well, okay? You could be doing stuff in Zambia, but because of that connectivity, remember, even the investment partners in your projects, for those that are going to be doing projects, we have focused on the German partners. They have come to Zambia, or you have come to Zambia, you gotta speak some language. Not that they are forcing you to speak German language. No, it's just part of integration. You feel it as well. Don't be like Mr. Lukomona. Okay, this is what I tell everybody. When I came to Germany, I had no language on my lips. What prompted me to say tomorrow or Monday, I'm gonna sign up for German language? I'm 3 weeks in Germany. I go shopping. Okay, I couldn't read, but I could see that's chicken. I put in the basket. That's bread. I put in the basket. Bread is bread. Chicken is chicken. Now problem came. All right, and I always, encourage my students like that. I want to buy Colgate. That's the one I left in Zambia. Toothpaste. I checked. I couldn't find Colgate. Colgate is not that popular, at least in Hamburg. I just picked some tubes which had some paintings of teeth. I said, hey, this is toothpaste. I'm on the queue, then the lady was so nice. The German lady was so nice. She spoke in German so quick, fast. I said, excuse me, I'm so new in German. I don't speak German. What did you say? Then the man at the back, a German tall guy, so she's asking, do you have some cats at home? Then I asked, some cats? Then he said, meow. I said, yeah, I understand. So I started laughing. I said, no. Then he says, but these 2 tubes you have taken, this is food for cats. So everybody started laughing nicely with me on the queue. This nice, he was so nice a guy. He said, my friend, let's go. I show you toothpaste. So now he showed me and stuff from there. I said, I want to learn the language. So that's why we want you also to learn the language. Whether you are a manager or you are the teacher, okay? The language programs that are starting, teachers, managers, you are invited to sign up. Because of the connectivity, it's not only the subjects you're teaching. We've got quite a lot. We've got research exchange programs, okay? A lot of research exchange programs sponsored by the German state. Zambia doesn't benefit. I know that. Yet they are floating. Why? Because we like taking things. No, as long as I'm doing my stuff in the open space. CDT group wants to be different. Some of you, teachers, we connect you, come for a seminar of 1 month or 2 months on exchange. You can learn some German language on the lips. So we want to take all such opportunities. Teachers' participation in the above, this is what I'm talking about here. So our projects are highly connected, not only within Germany. Of course, Germany being the main, we working with the USA, working with Canada, working with the United Kingdom, Ukraine, Poland, and so on and so forth. So you are part of that family. The syllabus and library, of course, I don't know if you have already received the syllabus. Every teacher got to have a designated syllabus, and the library, you don't have to worry, you've got a free online library, which I think is attached on every syllabus, or is given separately. I've forgotten to you. If it's not been given, you're going to be given, where you've got to find all the materials, all the books learning books, the what is it called, exercises, past exam papers and stuff. Except one book, which belongs to Mrs. Admire. We use this book in German language called Schritte Plus. Schritte Plus, I think you know it. That's the standard book that we use. So for every teacher that is teaching German language, that's the book which we give them. 1.1, 1.2, complete 1 finishes, and so on. So this is how we go around. Then study venues, I think I spoke about that one already. I don't know why it's coming twice. Study venues, already spoken about it. Programs, partnerships. We've got so many partnerships, just like I've mentioned above. Notables, for instance, we've got partnerships with the West Midlands Open College or United Kingdom. That one comes strongly on one of the subjects called or module entrepreneurship. Every Zambian, every African has got to study this because the world has changed. The party days where we used to graduate and the car is waiting for you to go and work in the mines, to go and work in the hospitals, it's gone. People graduate with bachelor's, diplomas, or certificates, and they start, especially in Zambia, hanging around waiting for the government to give them a job. No, entrepreneurship has to be part of your courses as well. So much that by the time you're waiting for your job, you could be a job giver. You can create your own company. You can create your own firm, especially with the coming of Twikatani projects. So that's why you have to learn. You can't do just that without the knowledge of entrepreneurship. It's a short course, but very, very vital. I was talking to one of the people leading the CDF, the funds produced by the Zambian government. They are saying even graduates from the University of Zambia, they can't submit proper business proposals for them to access the money which is given to them by the government. Why? Because we are intoxicated in Zambia. If I studied chemistry, it's just chemistry. If I studied mathematics, physics, it's just that. Anything else I can't do. So we have to be there having the entrepreneurial mindset for our students. So you lecturers, you are there. We saw entrepreneurship teachers, great teachers, inspire the students, inspire as well the other managers to jump onto this program. So we've got quite a lot of partnerships. The timetables and timings for the teachers and managers, timetables are there. I think one of the timetables which came much earlier was the UFC timetables. Others had to delay because we looked at the enrollments, what people are tailored to, what kind of programs they want among those that we offer. So you're going to be getting the timetables in totality for skills, UFC, bachelor's, master, entrepreneurship, everything, agribusiness as well. Then effectiveness in teaching and managing. I know SG Charity spoke very well here, Mr. Mutale and Mr. Kaluba. You know, I want to say something. I just want to resound under 2 minutes. When I came to Germany here, in Hamburg, then I said I want to be a volunteer to teach English. That time I could teach chemistry and mathematics as my trades because of the language. Then they said, this is good. And I went into it. I figured out something in Germany, ladies and gentlemen. Thank God I came with such kind of mentality because I was a good boy. I was a good teacher in Zambia. I was one of them who respected time and respected giving the students what they wanted. Fast forward, I worked in 6 schools because I wanted to know the system. With children, they were all over me here. Parents are coming to pick them up there. What is my child doing on that tall man? You know, because I wanted to know the system. I was so effective. I came on time. Sometimes even when there's what is called in Germany, class finishes at 1 o'clock, then children have to stay on for parents who work to come and pick them at 4 p.m., 5 p.m. I would sometimes even volunteer because what am I going to do? Oh, Mr. Commoner, this one is not coming and children don't have to be alone. I would volunteer to remain with the children. Even delivery, I'm not putting on, kudos on myself, but I just have to say, ladies and gentlemen, that I followed the system so well. Punctuality, knocking off when it was time to knock off. If they said preparation for tomorrow has to be done within teacher's room, I had to go to the teacher's room so that I was effective. Let us do the German way, ladies and gentlemen. Let us do it the German. I know what used to happen in Zambia. Apart from me, I never did that. A teacher would be in class. It could be at University of Zambia, University of Zambia, or secondary school. A relative would come and that person would tell the students, oh, my relative has come, there's a problem. So you guys, class is over. We will continue later. I never saw it happening in Germany here. Only when there's a funeral, Beerdigung, could you be given certain days and quickly they replace another person. So we know funerals happen, ladies and gentlemen, but let's make sure that even before you go out for a funeral, announce to the manager, regional manager, I'm not coming to class tomorrow, something just came out, so that quickly we can fix. I was sharing the same message with the ASAP students that we started last year in May. I was caught. Sometimes, I remember I was in Berlin. In fact, I was in Berlin at the Zimbabwean embassy. A call comes, students, sir, are we going to have class today? It was really embarrassing. I'm pushing a sub-project with Zimbabwe. Then I'm getting permission from, the counselor at the embassy. Oh, please, I just want to fix something. I'm the one who went there to open the Zoom for the students waiting in Congo, Zimbabwe, students, Zimbabwe, Congo, Kenya, and Zambia. So such things, ladies and gentlemen, let us avoid it. Why? I've always said one thing. Being a teacher, a tutor, a lecturer, you are a mother, you are also a father to those students. They could be younger students, bigger students. Why are you the mother, the father? Because whatever you give them, they have to accept it. So if you give them good, they are going to produce good at the final examinations. If you give them bad deal, they are going to produce a bad deal at the examinations. Have them at heart. A day where you miss class, you even feel like your heart is bleeding. Something is missing because I didn't teach. When I came to Germany here, I would be in class. Everybody, maybe they have understood, but I wouldn't sleep. I would be lazy, but what should I do tomorrow to make that girl, that boy understand? Until he or she understood, then I would be happy. Let us have such kind of a heart. Already, ladies and gentlemen, what you have done is a great heart, both teachers and managers. We are giving hope to people who were hopeless. Most of them, 80% or 90%, they are vulnerable, they are needy, they had lost hope. Therefore, that hope we have given them to say, we are going to teach you effectively, let us audit. It would be nice at the end of the day to see your student whom you are teaching qualified, working, and contributing to the community and the society. It's really awesome. The other day, I was talking to somebody. I said, look, one of the students I was teaching on Zoom like this from Zambia, I just said, hey, come on, you are just too serious. You work hard. That's the way you work. You just work like Germans. One day you may work in Germany. He was laughing. Today, to cut the story short, the young man is working at university service, half at university service, half in our organization. He's got an office here in Hamburg. Far did he know he would even be in Europe. That's how it is when us teachers and managers, we keep our students at heart. We can see them grow through. When university service approached me, no, that young man, we like him, please, can you wait? I said, no, he came through our organization. He can't come there. You know, but we have to do a deal. Okay, he's gonna work with you, he's working with us. Even yourselves, ladies and gentlemen, let us be everywhere. Let Germans come to Zambia on exchange program. One day seeing Mrs. Atmaya coming for exchange. Let me go and see my students for 3 months in Zambia. Yes, you teachers, let's go and see what's happening in Germany. This is where we are going to. Why we want to change Zambia and Africa. We want to change Zambia and Africa. And the change is in your hands. As we are just managers. We are just managers. We plan the timetables and everything. Delivery, it's you, the teachers. It's you, the managers. Our successes in our offices on telephone, oh, you're doing great, comes from you as teachers. And I know you are really going to do great stuff. To promote the DLI, Trikatane, CHU, Germany, Africa Success Roadmap. Thank you so much. This is my presentation that I prepared. God bless you all and welcome to our organization. We are proud to have you around. Back to you, Madam Charity.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much. What a wonderful presentation. Thank you so much. We really appreciate the knowledge, the vast knowledge that you carry, and we're not in any way going to oversight the fact that you're the source of this great goal that we have. There's a great vision that you hold being unfolded in ways that the vision carrier, we appreciate your coming through, and just as you have elaborated on every program, every point right now, it's amazing, you know. In as much as being a vision carrier is, he cannot do it alone. That's how we say it from here. You cannot pick lice from one finger. You can't. You need the 5 fingers all together to work together to help you pick up anything from wherever. If it's a plate, it's the ground. You can't hold a ball with one finger. You can't. That is we are interpreting in the diaspora for understanding. But even so, for all the managers that are here, we are carrying this vision with this great man, and let us not let him down. Effectiveness, like right now, when I was going through all of us that are present in this meeting, it is as serious as you are appearing in that video. If you're in bed seated and you look very unprofessional, then it is as serious as, that's how serious this is to you. Because you could have been, yes, I'm not in an office, yes, I'm not where I think people are going to see me and applaud me for the way I look, but this is really important. This is really important, and my effectiveness matters. So I look presentable, I look professional because of how much value I put on what I'm doing. So I see you all, and it is something that we're definitely going to work on together. As I continue to moderate, I'm not going to take it lightly that you come here looking as you feel like. So if it is as important as it is, especially for managers and teachers, yes, working in organizations is good. It is good. I mean, you get paid well because we pay you by the hour. The effectiveness of what you're doing. It is known everywhere that organizations pay well, but we're not going to pay you well if you're not going to be effective. We need to see you deliver well, deliver immense. You have to come out your very best. If you're going to come out looking like ABCDs I've listed there, we are going to talk to you about it. I'm going to DM you about it and tell you that, you know what, if my boss can sit wherever he is and look as professional as he is, I have to take it as professional as it should be. because this is really important. I'm representing a life. I'm representing vulnerable people. I don't have to look vulnerable myself, excuse me. But at the end of the day, this is really important. So you have to be here. You can't be showing me your mattress. No, Zambia, where are we? Please. We thank you that you are here, but if you have to move, please switch off your video. I'm not going to emphasize this next time. Switch off your video, move if you have to, but your ears be attentive. Like right now, after the Deputy CEO comes through, we'll have you come in with your questions and every word that you would want to air out about our organization. So when you come out, I will remember that your video was on and I saw something that I shouldn't have seen. And I will take you as is. So even when you're presenting yourself in front of the students, we expect you to be professional, effective, on point with what you're doing, because you are showing us how much you value this job that you're having right now. Yes, your contracts are not stipulating they're not going to say dress like this and be like this every day, but we expect you to come with that. We expect you to present yourself. Look at Mama Chika Monica's team. They are not going to the market or to town and show off their outfits, but those women look good. They look good. Big ups to the Copper Belt team. You people are looking wonderful and professional. They know what they are here for. If you look at the way we are here, it is important to us. If I tell you an answered prayer to somebody out there who's been crying, who's needy, who's vulnerable, they're smart answered prayer. Your God has to be represented. He's excellent in everything he has done. The universe is amazing. It's on point. Represent him like that. Be a smart, effective answered prayer if you have to be. You understand? So we are here. We are being professional. We're going to come through as per hours, as effective as you are. Please deliver not anything less. We are waiting for you in those, when you come to your Zoom. If you're going to be online, we expect you not to work as the usual Zambian. We expect you to come through effective, looking on point. At the end of the day, you have the international eye on you right now. It's not just then in that class with those students, but right now. So if you're telling me you're here and you're looking the way you're looking, you look really nice, but not effective and to the standard of this organization. We appreciate, and I continue to appreciate that looks wonderful and value what you're doing right now. So I appreciate so much, but this is something that should cross everyone's mind. It is as important as you value it. Value what you're doing, value this opportunity. People are crying out for jobs. We are creating better lives for others, but we have to look it. We have to see it. We have to vision it, walk it, talk it, because at the end of the day, we are not going to be ordinary. You are in Zambia, but employed by the German people. It is not on-time punctuality. Be on it. Zambian time us we laissez-faire 30 minutes after we are here, and then we're thinking we have done it. No, here you have to be punctual with time. I really appreciate those that came in good time. And right now, without taking up much of that time, which we so value, I would like to call on the Deputy CEO. He's present, Mr. Mlongo. Mr. Isaac Mlongo, are you there, sir?
Yeah,
Hello.
yes, I'm here.
Finally. Thank you so much.
Oh, yes.
The floor is yours, sir.
Yes, Mrs. Admire can attest. Yeah, we have very bad weather here. So everything is moving a bit slow, but we thank God we are home. Yes. I just want to welcome all of you who are present here this evening. Some of you it's already evening. May I start by saying the CIO and the founder of CDT Group, Andri Katane, Mr. Ivanis Lukomona. I would have loved to see the chairperson, Continental, Mrs. Siame, but she's not here, I believe, or if they are there, I have not seen them. The Vice Chair Continental, Bishop Isaac Adiole, and the country presidents. I know it's for Zambia, but I would have loved to have seen them here so that we appear that we are one family and what we are doing is for the same purpose. I appreciate you also, Madam Charlie Mponda, our Secretary General, the country directors, even those who are not here, the Chancellor, Dr. Namove, our mobilization director, Mrs. Mary Bwalia, very well known as Mama Chika Moneka. Yeah. Alex and Kaluva, all those directors and managers and teachers who are here today, just welcome you. I'm sorry I was supposed to speak first, but as you heard, somehow I delayed. So on behalf of CDT Group, I just want to welcome you. And I want just to remind you that those some things have already been said, that this organization is founded on godly principles to uplift the lives of the needy, the vulnerable, and the less privileged in our societies and communities. I'm taking this moment with full joy to be given this rare opportunity to actually introduce and welcome the teachers, the new teachers that we have, and the managers. These are the people who are going to be teaching our courses, as we have heard. They are very, very, very much important to our organization because they are the ones who are going to impart the right knowledge in the people so that there can be a change of mindset. So please, it's not just about the vulnerable, it's about them also. We have to take care of them very, very well. I believe since I interviewed most of them, they are able men and women who we selected and they will save and save the needy. I'm very pretty sure because they said it. I believe in words. Now, I just want to see action. May I say that most of our teachers who are here today, they are university graduates. Some hold diplomas from various institutions. Some are trained abroad, some trained in Zambia. When I'm talking of graduates, I'm including those who will be working as managers as well, and those who will be working as teachers. Some of them, they have been informal employment. They have not been informal employment. Can you imagine? Qualified, but you cannot go and work. Maybe you cannot even do business. You are just there sitting, waiting that someone is going to feed you. It's so painful to hear their stories that some worked for years without getting a single pen. But we are proud that you have come to us as our staff. We shall make sure that we give you the kind of safety you expect from CDT Group and Twikatan. I will not go much into that direction because most of the things have been said. Maybe allow me just to say one or two things. And this goes to our country, Zambia. I want to thank the government of Zambia, the Republic of Zambia, under the leadership of the UPND, and Mr. Hakainde Hichilema and Vice President VK Mutalinamango for giving us this platform to deliver education services to the Zambians. It is a rare opportunity for a non-governmental organization, for a university to cooperate with a country, with a nation, to work together for the common goal. Many of you may not know that this journey has not been easy. The previous government refused to accept this vision to propel and uplift souls, those who are living in misery, those who are suffering. They actually collectively refused to accept the free mass education. Teachers, hear this. What a shame and a waste of time at the expense of people who needed the service. Some may be good 10 years ago, some good 5 years ago. Some of you today, maybe you would have been professors if that chance was accorded. You know, Mr. President was telling me that when we sent our communication director to the office of the vice president to talk to them after we had made arrangements, he told me that they also couldn't believe it. They said, how can a government, there was an election at that time, how can a government refuse such a very wonderful program? They couldn't believe it. Imagine, and not that this is someone, a foreigner who is bringing their own child, bred and born in Chimwemwe, Zambia. They refused. But we are thanking the New Dawn government for giving us that room and platform to do this. I'll elaborate more about that. The story doesn't end there. I heard Mr. President already saying other countries are on board. I want to thank particularly Zimbabwe because I sit in these meetings. Yes, they have accepted us. They are ready to take up our agribusiness and entrepreneurship courses for their own people, for their youth. They say this is what we have been looking for, and it has come at the right time. So I want to encourage you Zambians out there, go and encourage others. This thing started in Zambia. Let us not drag. Let not the others who came behind be in front. You are here, make sure that you make this thing propel. We are already in Kenya. I meet students in Kenya online. They are studying these courses. They are on the African soil, just like you. We have other countries like Egypt, Mali, Ghana, South Africa. We are all bring them all. And I can tell you, I always say, I tell Mr. President and all others here that this is going to be greater than the World Vision. It will be greater than World Vision. It will be in every person's mouth. Everyone is going to benefit. So as teachers, I just want to remind you that you have a huge task ahead, because you are not just going to be teaching maybe one person or two people, or the way you have been used to teach 5 people. What? No, you are going to teach hundreds, maybe sometimes thousands, on our physical locations and our online programs. So the task is huge. Please make up your mind and be prepared to take up this challenge. That's why I want to encourage you to make sure that you acquaint yourself with the modern technologies for teaching purpose. You have to know how Zoom is functioning, because if you don't know, everyone who is here today, believe me, digitalization has come to stay. Whether we shall have pandemic or not, it will be part of us. It is not going anywhere. You have to know. I live here in Germany. I know what I'm talking about, and I am actually in the industry. So we know what we are there. We know what is happening. Mass education, please know that it has come to Zambia and other African countries for the first time. So I'm encouraging you, and go and encourage others to embrace it. This is a good idea that has been there, but not practiced the way we want to practice it. It is not like that. If you see the kind of programs we are lining up every day, it's amazing. We have chiefs who are looking for us. They are giving us land. They say, you can come here and build anything that you wish to. Our wish is just to build schools, businesses, things that will create jobs, employment, that people, they can live and work. There is nothing wonderful as to do something yourself, other than someone giving you, feeding you with a spoon. Jesus said that I'll make you fishers of men. He didn't want to teach them how to eat fish. No, he said, I'll make you fishers of men. And that is what CDT group is going to do to everyone who is going to be part of this. I tell you, it's a wonderful thing. When you enter here after this, when you sign your contracts and start saving and you are dedicated, there is no way you run away from us, because what we are doing is mind-blowing. I don't know if some of you are able to attend our counseling and winning mindset, a very powerful program, and we shall continue offering such courses. And I will repeat, ours, whatever we are doing here, it is a God-driven program. That is why it has been warned. I hate the director in charge of discipline talking about this, but I want just to emphasize and repeat that. The Bible says, I'm a child of God. I use the word of God because I know what God has done in my life. I know. I don't need to be a millionaire to thank my God. Just even being alive is enough for me to thank him. So I heard him saying this, but I want to remind you, teachers, those who are going to stand in front of others, that if you touch an orphan, you are touching God's apple. And he will not tolerate you. I can rest assure you. He is going to immediately punish you. And you even say, you may say, why was I born? Because when you go there, God is angry. He's very, very angry. So teachers, I'm giving you this so that you know what you are entering into. We are working under the principle of passion, good-hearted, empathy, not sympathy for our students. No, we don't need that. You have to have empathy. You have to be good-hearted. Be ready to help so that you can also be helped. Our students, they deserve the best. You are also encouraged, as the Secretary General has said, to give in your best in teaching. You are the foundation. If they get it wrong, they will continue wallowing in poverty. Listen to me, teachers, I'm speaking to you now. Remember that these people you are going to teach, actually, they are the ones who have made it possible for all of us to be here. They are the ones who have made it possible for you to get this chance. If they were not there, you will not get it. So handle them with care, handle them with love, handle them that they are also human beings. Forget about, I remember Mr. CIO, our founder, one time, our consultant telling me that they are not Vakaponya, yeah? They are Vakatola, you know? So away with that, such words, negative words. They are transformed already. Even now, even if you have not started teaching them already, they are blessed, their lives are going to change. They will be somebody in society. Our courses are very, very well vested, and I know you are going to teach them very well. In conclusion, allow me to repeat what has been said. Please, if you want, it's your own choice. We have massive choices of courses that are being offered at a subsidized rate, very low, affordable. Think of a course which you could pay maybe 20, 40,000 euros or 100, 200, 300,000 kwacha. You just get it with a minimal cost. It's an opportunity. So I encourage you, please visit our website, diversitylearninginstitute.org. Go there and look. Go there and look. And the last part I want to talk about, I want just to come back again to the Zambian government, because maybe some people now, they are wondering, say, oh, we have talked about them. How are they getting involved? How are they going to pay? Yeah. The truth is that the New Dawn government has provided what is called CDF guidelines on how to access the money that was announced in October last year in Parliament by the Minister of Finance. That money, which was increased from 1.6 to 25 million, 25.7 Zambian kwacha. They have put guidelines how you can access that money. It is actually offering support to the needy, orphans, vulnerable individuals at constituency level. They have made bursaries. So that means if they can do that, what more of you people are going to teach? So you are covered. Don't wait for them to employ you. Get employed with us, because in their framework, they have allowed us to also absorb teachers. The Republic of Zambia has prioritized decentralization. They say that it's a major drive for the turning of development. They want to reduce poverty. They want to create jobs. They want to engage citizens at a local level, not the way it has been. People have been talking of decentralization, but things were all concentrated in Osaka. Yet Zambia is vast. Zambia is rich. There is a lot. So to actualize that centralization law they made in line with the constitution of Zambia, they have taken it now. They have seen that it is significant to take these resources to the local government, that is to the people. That is why they have identified the CDF fund as a major tool to take resources close to the people. Many of you, maybe you don't know, CDF funds, they are not new. They have been there. They have been there since 1995 during the Chilua government. They have been there, but they were used just to support macro community projects. That's all. Other monies, they were eaten with other people, they abuse it and all that. So please, this is not something that just came out of the air. No, there is an act of parliament that governs it, and it was actualized in 2016 under the chapter 218 of the laws of Zambia. You can go and read your teachers. You need to know all these things, because a student may ask you such a question. I will not go further. I will leave it here. And you should know that in this, they have made policies. There is national social protection policy, national education policy. There is a lot. There is what is called national TVTs policy, national youth policy, and all these things are just to support other groupings of people so that they can benefit as well. And our organization, because we have NGO, which is a non-governmental organization, we qualify, and we are going to partner with anybody who is ready to partner with us. With these few words, I want to thank every one of you, those who came and attended the interviews, and for your patience, for waiting for so long, for the results. And now we are here, we are able to take another step further. You'll be given guidelines, you'll be given instructions where we go after this. By March, I think the first week of March, we have to start teaching. We are going to do what is called probation. Probation, to see that whatever we're putting in place, it is going to work. As you know, this is massive education. We are not just educating one person or two people, no. We want thousands, even millions. That is why we are going throughout the world. We are building a platform, a virtual platform for this. All these things that you are going to do, what you are doing with paper, like making your claims for your wages, you make it writing, it will be over. You just have to go online and you enter there, you enter your name, you enter how many hours you have worked. A lot of things are coming. There is a future with CDT group. So I'm wishing you well. Go and tell others. I know some have not managed to be here, but I know we'll reach out to them. May God bless you. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Wonderful, wonderful presentation. That is our Deputy CEO for the CDT group in Germany. We thank you for your presentation. We thank you that you managed to come through, even though you had difficulties.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. You know, one thing I know for sure is that for leadership to be called a good leadership, even after years, it has to be one that benefits the next generation, even the success of the next generation is actually the determining factor of whether you were successful or not. So the vulnerables that we're going to be dealing with are not just the vulnerables, whether you are going to lead a class, we are going to lead a group of people that will just be in vocational training or otherwise. All these are going to determine how successful you are only with their success. Their success tells us how you were as a leader towards them and above them, because you are serving them even as a leader. A leader is a servant. So to this, I would like all of us to acknowledge the fact that we are given the opportunity to show our excellence in the way we deliver our work, the way we deliver and perform when we're given the opportunity, and know that the end result of that opportunity that we have seized, that we have accomplished and captured in that time and moment of the phase of our life is actually what determines whether we were successful or not. So at this wonderful time, I would like us to acknowledge the presence of Madame Elizabeth. We welcome you, and we appreciate your presence right now, because we know that you are not just here for today, but to make a difference. And this difference will not just end in this meeting on this platform, but will touch lives and change lives. So would like to welcome Madame Elizabeth, and please take over the floor. You're welcome.
Maybe you can help her to unmute. Okay, it's all right.
Okay, I got it now.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much for the big warm welcome and for the whole information. So now I know a lot more what big story there's being built. And yes, so I'm looking forward to have good classes with the pupils. I don't know what I haven't watched. It's just been a short time that I have decided to teach here. I got my laptop with a good camera today. I am used to work on the PC, but I was been working in different topics, and well, in another profession also. But I've always been in some hours a week language teacher. But this is the first time to work online. Yeah, so this is very interesting for me too, to be connected to a country so far away. And yeah, what shall I say?
Danke
I'm looking
schön.
forward to it.
Danke sehr, danke sehr. Das ist sehr lieb von dir, also wirklich, also wunderbar. Ja, herzlich willkommen, und wir wissen, ihr werdet viel Spaß, ja, weil
Ja,
alle Anfänger, und das ist gut so.
das stimmt, ja.
Genau.
There was the way I learned the German teaching was a very communicative way of teaching. So the teacher should try to talk a little bit in the class, like 20% or 10%, and make a lot of gestures and signs of repeated, or so speak in body language with the pupils. So what I've learned from my friend who introduced me here, that, well, I will see how I can combine maybe this skills with working on a book and on the working sheets, and we will see. I think I can talk with Mr. Lukomona again about these things. Yeah, okay, thank you.
Vielen Dank, Frau Admire. She should be equal.
Yeah. Sure. Madam Esti, take it from there.
Dankeschön.
Yeah, Mr. Anton Dopsulainen. That's so good. All right. I don't know where the SG is. Anyway, I'm here now. We can go ahead. We just want to open the floor for questions. We shall not take long. Actually, we are almost over. We have already overshoot the plan time, but we cannot just go without letting our teachers and managers to ask you 1 or 2 questions. Yes. Yes. So anyone who has a question, please, down there is what is called reactions. If you want to raise up your hand, click on that so that we can see you easily. We have so many people. If you are not here, if you are not here front, we cannot see you. Mr. Muluwasa, please come in. I can see you already. That's how it should be. You can unmute yourself and come in. Mr. Muluwa.
Okay, good evening, sir.
Good evening.
Yes, I was following what you were saying. Very attentive. I quoted something that you said. There are some people that have been employed who are well qualified, but they haven't been able to find a job, as in this country, Zambia. Am I correct?
I was talking about those people who graduated and they have not been able to be employed. Normally in Zambia, if you're a teacher, the government will absorb you, they'll give you a job. But the majority, they have not been having that chance. That means whatever they were doing it voluntarily.
Yes, okay. That's the only thing I wanted to hear. But I wanted to ask a question. Because such teachers, it means they don't have much resources. Because as you have said, the digital platform has come to stay. I may manage the bundles, but they may not manage, and they may not have maybe a good phone, so that they may be able to deliver a lesson effectively. So I was trying to find out, as an organization, what do you think about such kind of a situation?
Mr. President, you want to answer it, please? Come in.
Sure. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Greetings, Mr. Muluwa. Good to see you again. Just like we said, the classes, let me just say this, 85% of the teachers have to be on the ground in Zambia, then 15% have to come from far away. So meaning if you are there, you have to go on the ground and teach. But nonetheless, for those that are going to be involved in at least maybe once in a while to use the gadget to teach, especially when it comes to agriculture, because agriculture will integrate other countries. Yes, arrangements are there to bring the gadgets on the ground that are going to be used, so that people shouldn't just dwell on their laptop or on their phone. That's okay. My answer, sir.
Excellent. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
And maybe just a comment.
A quick one, sir.
Yeah, I'm so touched with your plans, your people. I think I'm so humbled, and I just don't know how to express myself. It's rare that somebody is in Europe would think back home, say, how do I help the people back home, the vulnerables in different part of Africa? Mr. Isaac mentioned of, it's true that one should not mess around with an orphan, because you are simply cursing yourself. Yeah, and it's a good point, and it's something that should strengthen those people who have come on board, to say, when you come to this organization, It's a serious work. It's a serious job. You have to change your attitude and you have to bring all that you have for the benefit of that child. You know, I'm one of the teachers that do not give excuses at work. If you had access to my supervisor, he will tell you the day that I shall not be in class, it means I'm extremely sick. I cannot work. You find that in my department, in most cases, I am the first to finish the syllabus. I'm not boasting. I have taught, records are there to see. I have produced 99% pass. I have produced, this year I produced 88% pass due to COVID and then, but I was very furious with myself. So the same work that I am putting in, I should transfer it to these other people who also need to learn. I should apologize, but at the same time, with this interaction that we've had, I have learned a lot. It's like we are learning. The Zoom has come to stay, and like the words that came from Mr. Isaac, we are also trying to navigate it and see how best we can use it. You know, when you are not using something frequently, you tend to not to be effective with it. But with the time, you improve and you do your best. My first lesson, I was trying to upload the notes so that I can share with the students. And it was so difficult for me just to upload those notes. But at the end of the day, I managed at least to share the notes with them on WhatsApp. You know, initiative we are never taught. Yeah, so I'm very grateful, and so I'm trying to interact with other friends and see how best we can get used to this Zoom and make it the best tool to teach other people. I feel it is so interesting and so loving that you know, you're able to have a lot of people, you know, to listen to you, learn from you. You should be proud of that, but you should be able to impart, you know, breathe life into those people. Let them feel important. Let them get the information that they can apply on the ground, you know. Yeah, as much as we want to be smart, we have to remember that we came from the soil, and it is from the soil where the food shall come from. It is from the soil. So I appreciate you for including that agriculture aspect, because I always say this, I always tell each and every person, it is only practical that shall feed the nation, not theory. It's unfortunate here in Zambia that English is compulsory, but agriculture, it is option. And the staple food is shima. But it's uncalled for. How possible is that? And I can tell you that money is an idea in our heads. It is an idea in our heads. If I want to grow soybeans, if I want to have a fish pond with fish in it, it is an idea. But when I sell those things at the end of the day, it will give me money. Where has the money come from? From an idea. So the idea that you have, sir, it will help a lot of people in terms of money, changing their lives, you know, changing the way they think, and they'll become decent. Even those who today, you may see their mattresses, it's maybe because they are unable to have a better thing to show you. Okay, so for me, I appreciate, and I thank you very much. And we shall uphold the ethics where we are wrong. We are very much open to be controlled. We are human beings. Every human beings, you know, tulalfianya at one point or another. And the Bible says, whoever wants to be a leader among you they should humble themselves. They have to be humble themselves, and must be a servant. So
you are really a man of God. Thank you so much. Because of time, maybe we have to allow others just maybe 2 or 3 questions. Actually, we're supposed to be gone by now. So
okay, thank you very much.
We have this in the lectures.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Yes, thank you so much. I'll just go straight to Mama Chikamonika. Please, if you can unmute yourself and please come on air.
Thank you so much for the privilege you have accorded unto me to speak. First and foremost, I want to say thank you so much for by the way, I'm Lewis Wademaplanga, not to forget my identity. I would love to salute you great people of God for the great information and lessons that have given unto us. We are really so thankful for these that we have given unto us in terms of the lessons and the information, which is so vital in our discharge of duties as lecturers and teachers. I've got 3 questions before me here. Since you said that the salaries will be based on hours, what is the rating per hour, maybe for the teachers and lecturers? And the second question is, are the staff, the teachers, lecturers, allowed to upgrade their papers while they are working with you? For example, if someone has got a bachelor's degree, is she allowed to pursue further studies in terms of maybe masters and stuff? Then the last question is to do with the network issue for learners who may be in far-flung areas where they can be having the network challenge, since we'll be offering to them online lessons. So for those who are having network challenge, how are we going to help them? Those are the questions that I have. Thank you.
Okay, all right. Thank you so much. I'll let Mr. President answer part of the questions, and maybe I can as well say something to that. Thank you, Mr. President.
Thank you very much, sir. Great questions. To start with, to be quick, how much is the rate? The rate goes according to one's qualification. So that's why the businessman himself, Mr. Alex Mutare there, said the rate is going to reflect on your contract. Okay, it goes according to one's qualification. So, but don't worry, it's a great rate. Okay, never found ever in Zambia. Okay, never found ever in Zambia. 2, staff upgrade. Yes, I know this is where my colleague wants to come in. Mr. Isaac is fuming to speak. Can you speak about staff upgrade, Mr. Isaac?
Go ahead, sir. Go ahead.
Okay.
We are one family.
Sir, like I mentioned in the statement, we are connected to Germany. I know it is painful. I am in so many platforms, so many conferences, meetings, where I only find myself as an African. If you want to upgrade yourself, you can always be teaching and upgrading yourself with us. If, for instance, you've got a master's program, you want to do PhD, you can as well come and do your PhD in Germany, free of charge. Just pack your bag and come and do your PhD here. There are such programs. Thank God, we used to float them to University of Zambia because we worked so much with University of Zambia, and people never just bothered. As long as they are paid a salary there, it's okay. Research programs, you are teaching with us, you want to jump onto research programs, the list is endless. So, sir, you can advance your studies with us, and you can be on exchange automatically by working with us as a teacher. You are part of the EEP Educational Exchange Program between Zambia and Germany. You are going to see the benefits of the EEP, sir. Then the network classes, not all classes are going to be taught online. No, mainly to be taught online will be German language. Of course, and just a pocket of other subjects. In remote areas, for instance, they are going to be learning from such schools that are nearby. As permission given to us by the Zambian government, we can utilize all the buildings. But like I said, those which need now to be accessible online, the gadgets, are coming. Okay, the gadgets are coming. Our boys and girls won't need to be buying talk time and stuff. Of course, initially, they had to sacrifice at the beginning, but everything is in place. Coming through, sir. Thank you so much.
Wow, wow, wow. Thank you, CIO, for repeating that. And you have really emphasized it. So that is the way to go. Please don't worry. We are working hard. We are making sure that we will not let anyone down. That is why you can see us sitting up here for hours. It's not that we don't have anything to do. We know the importance of it. Yes, Mr. President.
Continue. I will say something. Continue, sir.
No, it's okay. You can come in. I'm just moderating.
Yes, to follow up on just to say what I've said from that beautiful question. When we emphasize to say we are there to serve the needy and vulnerable, we know what it means to be a needy. We know what it means to be vulnerable, meaning they are lacking stuff. So where they are lacking, that's where we come in. Okay. So their part has to be just bringing their beautiful mindset, the brains, then we impart. Material-wise, we are going to help them. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much, Mr. President. That's why I want to continue emphasize. I don't know if you have realized that the time for the needy people has come. That includes you who are going to teach. You know, remember some of you here, you told us that you have been sitting at home for 4 or 5 years after graduating university, after graduating college. Now, here comes a program from CDT Group, and the government of Zambia just brings a very good environment. Those who are talking about studying further studies, if you are in a cooperative in your constituency or you are in this organization, you qualify to apply for see this fund. It will be funded. They cannot deny you so long as you qualify to be a vulnerable person. It's just one way. We are going to bring the resources, they are bringing the resources, and we meet in the middle and we uplift someone. That is the whole idea behind. So studying, you can start. We said it. We have people, if you don't know, we have people who are commissioners, district commissioners, who have applied to start with us. So you can see how serious this thing is. We have people who are already PhD holders. They want to start with us and they want to teach others. So there is just a lot that is happening, which is good. So just be part of this. Try to utilize every chance, every opening. Let's go to Mr. Titus Lungu. Mr. Lungu, sir, please. Don't take long. We don't have much time. You can unmute yourself, sir. Mr. Lungu Titus.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening, sir.
Thank you so much. First of all, I want to take this opportunity to appreciate Twikatane for having the confidence in me by means of picking me to be part of the team that is of the teachers. I'm really grateful. I have 2 questions with me. The first one is it was stated that the first year, the students are going to be learning from the environments that have been from the various designated places. And then those that are going to pass to go into second year will go to various universities. So some of the people that I've been talking to about this is a question that they're raising. What are the partner universities where they're going to go after having passed UFC? Now to go and continue with their further studies. What are these universities where they're going to go to? That is the first question. The second one is directed to Mr. Alex. When do we expect to receive the contracts and the syllabuses, the syllabi, so that we can familiarize ourselves with these things? Thank you so much.
Mr. Mutale, start by answering that question, and then we get back to CIO to answer that question. I can as well chip in.
Thank you so much for that nice question. Yes, earlier on I said the contracts are being prepared, and anytime soon we'll start giving them to you, so that you sign them, and you have to send them back, so that we have a record and also remain with your record. So very, very soon, because we don't have time. We don't have time, and we are making sure that things are done at a very fast rate, so that you are comfortable and we are comfortable. So very, very soon we'll start giving out the contracts. So don't worry about the contracts are being prepared, and very soon we'll have them. Even the syllabus is already prepared. It's a matter of giving to you. So also that is being done. Don't worry. Thank you so much.
Mr. President, you can come in. Thank you so much, Mr. Mtalev, for that. I hope that question has been answered.
Great. In fact, the question of studies continuity falls for tomorrow's induction, where we have got our students and everything, but I'm going to answer it quickly. One, University Foundation course, UFC, a student studies with us in that region. Now we are saying those that have got to continue until the second year, okay, they've got to pass the UFC program. There have been some questions I've received, like I like that question, sir, to say, oh, me, I live in Lusaka. I would love, after I've passed the UFC, to continue with, is it Cambridge University or Zambia Open University or UNZA? Please, these are our students. First year program, UFC certificate comes from Germany, okay, under our organization. The Best Learning Institute, CHU, Central Hamburg University. Second year, they continue with our university, Central Hamburg University. We are not sending, then we are not doing any papers. Okay, then when we're not doing any purpose, we do UFC, then we say, okay, find your own way. No, they continue with Central Hamburg University. But there's something that we said from each province, okay, because of free education in Deutschland, the vulnerables, that probably 2 girls, 2 boys that are going to come the best at UFC level. These are the ones now we are going to link to the state-run subsidized universities in Germany, okay, as a gift. Well done. You've done well from Northern Province, from Southern Province, and we bring them to continue now their study with the state universities in Germany here. In any case, they continue with us. All right, so that should be the message. We are not taking money to say, okay, you have passed now. How much is Cavendish? Cavendish per semester is 1,000, for instance, dollars. We are paying for our students. Not at all. That's what we have come to counsel. Okay, universities are existing, private, public universities, even state-run. Students can't go there. Just yesterday here, I saw an old man whose intestines are outside, discovered by mathematical communicating outside. This man, he has got a child who has been chased from University of Zambia. He's carrying the bowels or intestines outside. The old man selling Panadols on the streets to raise money. But he cannot even raise. The boy is home. How much has he been chased on from University of Zambia? Only 5,000 kwacha. Such are exceptions. We would say, no, please, this man can't be suffering. Let's help this boy. But because the boy is already in the 3rd year, he's about to finish. But those that are coming from us, we have picked them from somewhere, we finish up with them. So UFC with us, bachelor with us as well. They claim the best, we select them to bring them to Germany on the exchange program and to further study here. Just like we have a number of them who are going to be coming this week on a Friday to justify those that we brought from a long time ago. This is how we doing it, Sam. And yeah, I think those were the 2 questions. So that's how we're doing it. The onus is in our hands. We are not building somebody to take him to somebody or her to somebody's university. No, they have to finish up with us. But if at first year they say, oh no, I've passed my UFC, sir, I have found other sponsors. I have to go to Japan, or I have to go to Malaysia, or I have to go to University of Zambia in Zambia or Cavendish. Why not? We bless them and they continue there. So we open. Okay.
Yeah, thank you so much, Mr. President, for that. I just want to emphasize that we are the gate, okay? We are the gate to the door. So what happens after, if you want, as they have, the president said, if you want afterward, you have found someone who can sponsor you, we will not hold you. That's not ours. Ours is to make sure that your life is transformed. It is changed. You are not going to be the same person we are talking about today. In the next 1 year, there must be a difference. So thank you so much. We have 3 hands more, and then please let's close, or else the power will be poor in time management. Yeah. Mr. Stephen Chimuli, please, sir, if you can unmute yourself.
Thank you so much, CDT Group, for the administration and the managers. We are very, they say education is the best weapon to fight poverty, and also education is the best equalizer for the less privileged and the rich in society and community. Mr. Isaac, sir, I got your point where you mentioned the government, the New Dawn government, which has welcomed the coming of the CDT to operate in Zambia, so that most people who are less privileged can have this opportunity to attain education. So government has allowed you to absorb some unemployed teachers, which is us. Now I have a question regarding on this part. Government very soon will advertise the recruitment of 8,000 teachers. My question is, can someone work with CDT group and at the same time work in government? If that is not possible, then I would like to hear the assurance which the CDT has for the teachers in case they don't apply in this exercise, which will take place very soon. What assurance is there that after this, one of us will not regret to say I was left out on government and I decided to work with a CDT group? What are the services that you're looking forward to use, sir, so that you don't regret? Thank you so much.
You want to take it, Mr. President? Okay,
sure.
Go ahead.
No, it's a straightforward question. Thank you so much, Mr. Stephen. Please feel free. Already, as I can, we have got people that are headmasters, that are teachers, others are lecturers at University of Zambia. We haven't told them to quit. Okay, we have just told them, give us your timings. When can you afford? What time can you afford to train? So you are coming to work, okay? And if you get a call up at the government, well and good. You can do a double as long as you are able to manage, all right? So we are not blocking nobody, as long as this is what we are reading said, and we tell those that are working, when they come, we say, please, we don't want to be a finger target that our staff is not working well because it's rushing to CDT. No, check your time, okay? And give us, I can teach from 8 to 10, well and good. We do the same thing, especially those years we used to, I was teaching 3 institutes in Hamburg, sometimes 2 in Hamburg, the other one I'm in Kiel, the other city. I mean, as long as I never confounded the other works, so it's the same system, sir. Don't worry, you can do a double, but be efficient, not to come, you are sweating, now you are 10 minutes late, okay, and you can't deliver properly, just time yourself. You are open. Thank you so much.
Wow, wow, wonderful. Thank you so much. If you heard Elizabeth, she said something concerning what we have just been talking about. She said that apart from the real job she was doing, she has been teaching, okay? All the time, she has been teaching. So this is how we live. My professors who taught me here in Germany, that's how I know them. They are consultants for companies. They will teach. After teaching, they go and consult in a company. They still work and earn money, extra money. So it is not prohibited. It's not forbidden. It's just a question of you people being consistent and being responsible. When you say yes to something, you have to do it. Not that, oh, no, they are not here, they will not know. No, we will catch you. Today there's technology, videos everywhere. The eyes are watching. So it's up to you to do your thing, but do them smartly so that they work for good for you. Don't bring yourself in a situation whereby you have problems. And by the way, don't wait for the 30,000 teachers. You don't know how they are going. It's not an easy job. They are not going to employ them in one day. That is why they have given it diversely to other organizations. If you heard me when I was talking about CDF, I mentioned what the government has done to accommodate all these other teachers because they realized they cannot do it. Yesterday, I was showing Mr. President and others in a meeting a list of schools where the students with a sponsorship from CDC can be taught. You don't even actually need to move from your village. You can still do it there where you are. That is the beauty of this. That is what is called decentralization, bringing the money and resources to the people. Not no, you spend. I used to tell my father, it's better you have a bank in Choma other than in Lusaka because the money you used to go to Lusaka, you spend it. And after spending it, after withdrawing it, you have to pay, maybe you borrowed. But if you have it next door, it's a gain. You can save. You can plan and do something else. So it's up to you guys, teachers. You can do that, but you have just to be very careful so that you don't wear yourself out. We love you, we need you, you have to live long. So take care of that. Yeah, I cannot see another hand anymore.
Okay, there are two hands that we wind up.
Okay.
Mr. Mlenga. Oh, Mr. Mlenga.
Mrs. Mlenga. Mrs. Mlenga. Lipai. Please unmute yourself.
Madam Mlenga and Mrs. Mlenga.
Mrs. Mlenga, we want to hear a lady's voice.
Oh yeah, we haven't heard from ladies. What's happening?
We have scared them, sir. Mrs. Mlenga, are you able to unmute yourself? Okay, let's move on to some. Now we can hear you, madam. Thank you so much. Right. Can you come through, please, and say something?
All right. Thank you for this wonderful opportunity. I only have a question based on the physical classes that will be conducted. So take, for instance, I'm based on the Copper Belt, specifically in Muklira. Are we going to be assigned places, or maybe we've got centers on the Copper Belt, and those that are in Lusaka have got centers in Lusaka? So my question is, are we going to be assigned places where we'll be teaching from, or those based on the Copper Belt will be teaching from the Copper Belt? Those in Muchinga from Muchinga, centers from Muchinga. Thank you so much.
Mr. President, you can take it up.
Okay, thanks. Yes, this is what we mean by decentralization. Sending a child already who is vulnerable, the parents don't work, okay? And they don't have the capacity. That's why we have planted teaching centers or learning centers in respective provinces. So if you are in Muchinga, you're going to be in Muchinga learning there and the teachers teaching there. If a teacher, for instance, says, I think we had one of the teachers who says, oh, me, I've lived so much in, was it Copper Belt? I'm ready to live in Lusaka and teach. Why not? That's a decision. What we don't want is to shift a student from far place to another place. The parents have to think of accommodation, food, and stuff. No, the teacher can, can move from one province to the other to teach, but the students have to be localized according to those areas. So this is how it's going to happen. For instance, if you're in Lusaka, we've got two centers there, okay, Bibala High School and Lusaka Girls. And again, it's not just a must. their statistical like we are doing. We checked how many people have applied, for instance, in Kalulushi. Okay, we find that Kalulushi people who have applied, just as an example, there are so few for us to tell Mr. Kaluba there are 10 students. Let them be learning in Kalulushi. No, if we have figured out Kalulushi is 25 minutes from Kitwe, and Kitwe has enrolled so many students. So these Kalulushi students, they can travel to go and join the Kitwe people. If they cannot travel, we say, okay, fine. You are going to be part of the Kitwe classes, but you are going to be at Mr. Kaluba's institute there and absorb the lessons through the beamer and the judge screen. So that's what we do. So for students, localized. Teacher as well localized, but you can decide where to be. So that's how we do it, Madam Mulenga.
Thank you so much.
You are most welcome, Madam. So don't worry to start packing the bags and go somewhere very far. No.
I thought maybe I was coming to Germany.
Wonderful. We need more Zambians. You come and teach from the Hamburg side. Yeah. Wonderful. Perfect. Mr.
All right. Yes, Mr.
So the last question and we close. There's no name, sir.
Yeah, sir, with P37 Pro. You can unmute yourself, sir.
Yes, how are you, sir?
We are fine, and how are you?
Very fine, thank you.
Your name, sir?
Mr. Msama, Matthews Msama.
Oh, Mr. Msama, yes. How are you?
Fine, thanks. Just appreciating the program and enjoying the meeting. For me, it's just clarity on my qualification. I think there was a mistake. It was supposed to be indicated Bachelor's of Education with the Chemistry and Biology mind. Instead, it is showing Agri.
All right. Okay, we shall take care of that. I realize a number of people, they did inform us that we shall be going through and we check and control, and we're going to equip them to what you are qualified to. So that's not a problem, sir. We'll definitely do that. And we cannot even lie because the interviews were recorded. So anytime one can revisit them. So sure, thank you so much.
Thank you so much on that one. On that one, DPB, I even talked to him that I promised him that such mistakes are cardinal, such that we got notice of those things. Then I told you that I'm going to rectify it. It's only that I'm supposed to send the new data to the CEO. Everything is ready. We've rectified that, and there's no problem. Everything has been changed, and it's only waiting to be sent to the DO, the last piece, because we can't just be sending every time one piece at a time. We just wanted to find out that after this meeting, then everything will be done, and the whole list now will be over. Because so far we've only got 2 complaints so far. So just waiting, maybe this evening something can come up, then we'll finish it up. Otherwise, everything has been taken care of. Thank you so much, Mr. Musa.
Thank you, Mr. Karuba, for that. The last person to speak or to ask the question is Mrs. Kachinda. Claudia, please, if you can unmute yourself. Let's close this.
After half, let's not add some more.
You have to add some more.
No, don't add some more.
No, that's the last hand which is up. Mrs. Kachinda, please, Claudia. Yes, go ahead. Are you able to speak? We cannot hear her. The mic is on.
I'm saying, I was not added to any group, so I was unable to get the information on the meeting. I just got it through some friends. if it can be possible, I can be added to the group.
Wow, how did we miss you? This name is this name is very prominent. We have talked to each other so many times.
Yes. So
All
my
right.
name was suggested in the group.
Okay.
Yes.
All right, no problem. We shall add you. I think I have your number. We shall add you to the rest of the teachers. No problem.
Thank you so much.
You are welcome. Yes, I think we have come to the end of this wonderful induction and orientation course. And I'm sure you have got it right and you are ready to move. You are ready to go and save and save. This is Zambia and Africa roadmap to uplift the needy and the poor. I thank every one of you. We shall be seeing each other so often again in many various other activities within our CDT group. Thank you so much. Bye-bye for now. Bye.
Before they go,
thank you. Bye.
Wait a second.
Yes.
I just want to make an announcement. Initially, our deputy CEO, Mr. Isaac, as to where were the other managers, Continental and here and there. Today was only for the teachers, especially new ones, and the managers that are based in Zambia. So we've got a big day. I think it's coming on a Friday. We check Friday or Monday next week, where we are going to meet the entire teams from Zambia, Africa, and those that are based here in Germany. I know you've seen so much of Mr. Komona, Mr. Isaac, so you're going to meet many others from Germany as well. And that's what I wanted to announce. Thank you so much for your time, teachers. Thank you for signing up, and thank you for the great works in advance. And you are most welcome. We are happy, and on behalf of the CDT group and the powers vested in me, I welcome you and induct you onto this historical program, uplifting the needy, the vulnerable, in mass education. God bless you all. I don't know, Madam ST, some final word?
I didn't see her again.
Okay, I think she's kicked out because of network. So thank you very much. God bless you all and good evening.
God bless you too. Shalom.
Goodbye.
Shalom.
Thank you.
Bye. Bye.